Greetings. This is Sarah of the Mage channel. It's a whole new season, guys. It's a whole new trip. So I'm going to try and tune into my own live stream. Oh, there I go. Just a short one tonight, peeps. To announce my... oh, that's distracting. Right. Turn down the volume. So, blessings to whoever who has arrived here tonight. Cheers. I am here to announce the panoply of delights that will be my my new season. You know, like how TV shows have like seasons. Well, season 1 was the last one, and season 2 is this one. I've got very exciting guests lined up, and I'm really looking forward to the whole thing. Who's in chat? So, I've been on a journey. It's a journey through the occult, through the magical, through the wormholes of your mind. And I must say, at the moment, I'm spiritually lost, brothers and sisters and brethren. I flipped from, look at that, isn't that cute? I kind of tried to design my set tonight based on kind of Sgt. Pepper's with a bit of Rolling Stones' Satanic Majesty's Request thrown in. These are beeswax candles. Oh. Oh, enjoy being. I see your logo there. So how is everyone? I sound a little bit wobbly about that sound. Hear it? Like click, click, click. I'll just give you a minute to file in, and then I will give you my monologue, and then I will be gone. The laptop is kind of too far away for me to see anything. And as usual, I have nothing prepared but to announce the exciting guests that I will be having on in this season 2 of Sarah of the Mage channel. I've been through a few spiritual changes since I saw you guys last. I think I was on the Golden Dawn kind of trip when I last saw you, and then that evolved into the grimoire magic kind of thing. But I have to say, every time I come up with a system or against a system, there's just, I find a lot of magic unbelievable and unworkable and basically unreliable. But maybe it's just my skepticism. You know. Oh, enjoy being, yes. You challenged me to, well, no, you didn't challenge me, but that this bowl is like at least 5,000 years old, and you just cannot get that. You know, you can't get the smooth tone. See what I mean? It's a kind of grindy. Oh, Prospero! I see your logo there. Yeah. So this is very chaotic, but you know, I've been away for a while. It takes a while to get back in the stream of things. Enjoy being Pyramid 7. Oh, where's my glasses? Excuse me. Oh, there they are. I'm not drunk at all. Absolutely not. Right. How do I get? Oh, there we go. Oh, Divine and Bowden's Finchley Road. Hello. I have been actually following this bizarre tale of these guys, John Winua, the bizarre claimant to King of, oh God, Cosmic Journeying. Yeah, that, you know, this person, Cosmic Journeying, she was the person that we set up this whole vast spiritual empire that we've got going on at the moment. Yeah, well, you're doing a good job, Divine and Bowdens, because you are. Has anyone ever seen John Winua and Andy Divine and all that dreadful internet scam that's going on, where they're saying basically, oh, send me 25 quid, but it's a donation, but you'll get shares in this thing. And I think it shows how far the YouTube lunacy has gone, that anybody that's on a stream like this is on TV, and they must be real. And honestly, I've become unintentionally hooked to the Andy Divine, John Winua story, because it's just so bizarre. People are actually believing that this drunken Maori dude is like the new King of England. He's going to come over on the 28th of March, is it? 29th of March? And get the, oh, as long as we get the military involved. It's ridiculous. But it is easier to debunk on YouTube than it is to actually put something positive forward, you know what I mean? Because people who are in their right minds, as I would like to think I am, we want to know about stuff. We're not like, you know, I would never come across as, oh, I'll tell you this, and this is how you make this spell, and this is how you do this magic. This is the whole point of me doing this live stream tonight, is to actually advertise that I've got some people that might actually know what they're talking about in the realms of magic. I've got Michelle Embry coming on, a tarot expert, and she's come up with some very novel ideas with tarot healing and stuff. I've got a guy called, oh, I wrote it all down. My book's here. See, I've been on a bit of a Christian kick, I must say, because I was studying the grimoires, you see, and grimoire magic is like 100% Christian. But that's where I had to drop out, because I just cannot support Christianity. I love Jesus as a God form, You know, why would I dislike Jesus? You know, why do modern magicians like Horus, Isis, all these glamorous, but they can't accept Jesus? Jesus is a more powerful god form than Horus, in my estimation. Right, so let's just see, because I did write down the name somewhere. I've got some, Jacob Bacchus, he's coming on. He's going to be talking about, well, pretty much the same stuff I'm into. Golden Dawn, Solomonic magic. We've got, like I said, Michelle Andrews. She's going to be coming on talking about tarot. I've got a very interesting guy called Gordon something, and he's a theistic Satanist, and he's going to be talking about the Order of the Nine Angles, who have got quite a reputation if you follow YouTube. So this is really a call out to anyone that wants to like come on, because I can't do these live streams alone, you know what I mean? It's just too much. It's just too much. So I'd much rather have conversations, you know. I think the interviews that I've done with Theophilus Peleus and Taliesin McKnight went very well. So I really want to be a platform to try and understand this spaghetti of spiritual beliefs that we've all got kicking around. I think the set looks rather nice tonight, although it's a little bit empty over there. I was trying to make it like a little bit, isn't that cute? I got that from Solar Stardust from my, it looks like a weird sort of, almost like a sperm being. Yeah, so I've been away for a while because winter is a hard time in Scotland, and I've been very energetically depleted. It's I actually wondered if I even wanted to do YouTube anymore, you know, because it seems so, you know, egotistical. That was something that I took off the last mushroom trip, that I was a monkey throwing shit at the moon. And that's a very hard image to shake off, you know. What is that telling me? It's all jabber, 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 jabber. Isn't that always what it is? So, I delved into grimoire magic, but you can't really do grimoire magic without subscribing to Christianity, you see, because all the, you know, here is the veritable Key of Solomon. Beautiful book, by the way. Stephen Skinner and David Rankine made a fantastic job. I mean, it's just a fantastic, beautiful book. But it's got stuff like, you know, fair enough, you've got angels dictating days of the week, seasons and all that. But then it'll say, okay, so get some cat's brain or some raven's tooth. I just cannot believe that people took that literally. I think that's a blind, you know. Surely it's a blind. What possible, how could you even get a black cat's brain apart from getting a black cat and extracting its brain, right? I ain't having no part in that. So I've written out a brief kind of, what would you say? Well, a statement. So I will say, I believe in God as obviously something created this whole world, you know. Don't tell me this was an accident. Couldn't have possibly been an accident. We're all lovely, gorgeous, sexy human beings, and we've got love and all these capacities. You know, how could that have possibly come from anything else but a divine spark? But you know, I honestly think that anthropomorphizing of God is a major flaw in religion. Let's go a little bit deeper than that. So some God must have created the universe, but each of us, because we've got consciousness, are somehow, you know, so there's a lot of talk about the fractal universe. So I do believe in that each of us, you know, it's Hermetic teachings going back to BC. So yeah, we've all got a spark of the divine, right? So the trick is with magic to bring that spark to the forefront so we can become gods. And I used to think that was Luciferian, but the more I hung out with Christian magicians, no, they believe that it's cool to become a god as well, so that's fine. And what is the thing that powers evolution? You know what I mean? There was a very powerful idea in the Middle Ages of this chain of being. You had your, you know, it's just, they pictured evolution, but at all created at once, you know. So God deliberately created the lichen and he created man. They didn't set it into any kind of motion. You know, so, you know, human beings, as we go back in time, were as perfectly capable intellectually as we are. They just didn't have this glut of information. And this is why I believe that the digital revolution, where I can talk to all you guys out there and we can share, you know, grimoires that have never been published, information, you know, Wikipedia, for God's sake. You type anything in Wikipedia, you're going to get some sense, you know what I mean? And can you imagine in the days when everyone had to ride by horseback and letter, how I honestly believe, and this is my big theory, that we are on the verge of a renaissance. A renaissance in every sense of the word. A rebirth not of, you know, not of the luck, but a pure new way of thinking. So evolution, yeah. The movement of energy and matter towards more beautiful and complex expressions. You know, I think I learned it from William Burroughs, who said all systems tend towards complexity. And they absolutely do. You know? The fall. This is a very insidious concept, I think. The fall of humanity. That our first parents, Adam and Eve, committed some dreadful sin in the garden. Yahweh, the big fucking bully, shoved us out of the garden with Gabriel with his sword. No, there was no fall. The only fall was us as innocent monkeys becoming this weird whatever we are. I mean, how the fuck did we become monkeys in the first place? Was it, as Terence McKenna believes, magic mushrooms? I do believe it might have been, because, by God, the experiences I've had with magic mushrooms have made me evolve a few steps, you know what I mean? You know, think about it. How could we go from monkeys, little monkeys, to these gorgeous human beings that we obviously are? So the fall is an allegory for the innocence of animals falling into the knowledge of the human beings that have death and all the stuff that comes with being a human being. You know, heavy stuff, babies. 13 people watching. Wow, that's my lucky number. Yeah, and this other thing about the Ten Commandments. Man does not need to be told, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. We have a thing called conscience. You know when you're doing something wrong. Even when you're stealing a little bit of candy from the candy store, you know it's wrong. And if you don't, I think you're a sociopath or a psychopath. The problem is we've let these sociopaths and psychopaths in a bit too far. And the knowledge of death, yeah, this is the killer for mankind. I believe this is the root cause for all religious thought, is that fear of death. And I have had that terrible fear of death. Before I started this YouTube channel, I was in crisis because I tried to come off diazepam. It resulted in a kind of body death, and the gods directed me to start the channel, start a dialogue, and I've never feared death since. Because if you get a glimpse of the magical and even the religio spiritual, you know, I'm not ashamed to say that I pray the rosary in a group almost, well, not every night, but a few nights, and it's the most meditative, beautiful practice there is. But it doesn't mean that I believe in a historical Jesus Christ. I don't believe in the tenets of the church, and this is kind of my refutation of the tenets of the church. I respect the Christian mages I've met along the way. They're vastly knowledgeable, and it's a really fantastic, amazing world. You know, if you dip your toe in magic, the ripples, they create beautiful patterns. There is no heaven or hell in the Christian sense, that through living in accordance, you know, if you are constant, like when I was a drug addict, I was constantly going against my conscience, saying, oh yeah, just one more day, and you knew it was wrong, and I was getting further and further and further down the road to hell. But when I started to listen to myself through some kind of spiritual awakening, which I have to say was mainly provoked through psilocybin, I started listening to myself, and I was like, no, man, you need to go that way. And I think this is a lot to do with the thalamic idea of the true will. Is, you know, in your life you can be so misguided, and you can take one wrong, you know, imagine yourself in a maze, and you just take one wrong route after another wrong route after another wrong route. You're going to end up cold and freezing like that dude in The Shining. So what I'm saying is, always listen to your conscience. Like Jiminy Cricket, always let your conscience be your guide. There is no heaven or hell in the Christian sense, but through living in accordance with our conscience, this good spirit that we seem to have with us, it is almost like the cartoon. You've got a good spirit on that side and a devil on that side, and it depends who you listen to. If you listen to the bad spirit, you're going to have some fun times, but you are going to end up in hell. If you listen to this little voice of temperance, moderation, consideration of other human beings, you'll end up in a better place. That's what I believe. Yeah, so we can attain heaven in our lives now. You know, there is only the life now. I believe that our souls do, or souls. See, there's another one. Like some people say, well, I have 7 souls. The car, the bar, the. I think, let's just simplify it to one soul. Your soul lives on after your death, or does it? I don't know, because I haven't died yet. Well, maybe I have, but I don't remember it. So what if you can't remember it? What is the point of it? You know, this is my struggle with reincarnation as well. So yeah, we either listen to the good angel or we listen to the bad angel. Listen to the good angel, we go to heaven. If we listen to the bad angel, we go to hell. In this life, in this reality, not anywhere else, you know? God damn it! Yeah, which may continue after death. Because I don't know if our souls live on after death. You know, obviously, if reincarnation is a fact, then we've all had multiple lives. So why can't we remember any of them? What is the point of it? I just don't see the point. I'm unsure of the historical person, Jesus Christ. And I think we're all, Jesus is just a metaphor for us all being sons and daughters of God, not Yahweh, not that maniac from the Bible. We are all divine because we all hold that fractal spark, that whatever that massive energy release that created the universe is reflected in us. And I think that's borne out by, I wouldn't like to say quantum theory because it's so misused, that concept, quantum theory. All the New Agers, quantum this, quantum that. Bullshit! And this is what the Sarah the Mage channel intends to do in this series. It's called bullshit on a lot of spiritual beliefs. I really, I watch other magicians' YouTube channels. I'm not going to mention any names, but they're like, oh yeah, and Lucifuge Rofakal came and told me this. And honestly, I've practiced magic pretty hard for 5 or 6 years, and I have never had a spirit come up in front of me and tell me anything. It's all much subtler than that, but maybe I just don't possess the mediumistic or spiritual gifts. I don't know. But I'm calling bullshit on all these guys that, oh yeah, call this spirit, boom, he appeared. It's all bullshit. I do believe that humans stand between the world of matter and spirit and the great chain of being. I did a video on the Elizabethan world picture, and I think it was a very terrible video because I didn't really get across what I meant, but the chain of being is an absolutely fascinating thing to look into if you're into esotericism and all that. And it does really come down to frequency, doesn't it? Like the chain of being, a rock vibrates very slow. A grasshopper vibrates a bit quicker. A mammal vibrates even quicker. And humans are just vibrating off the scale. So all these angels, and I do believe in angels, I do believe I have encountered angels and ancestor spirits and all them, but only with the aid of psilocybin. I am a major proponent of psilocybin. In fact, the only real results I've had with magic have been, no, that is all right. The only immediate results. You see guys like, let's call one person out because he's so popular, he's invulnerable. That dude, what's his name again? Oh God, what's his name again? The dude. Not JK. Oh my God, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. Coetting, EA Coetting. Oh my God. Have you seen his videos lately? Oh, the skull prompted me. He's got his eyeliner on, all that kind of. Is that really necessary? He is just. I respected his work when he first came out. It's all gone very Pete Tong for that man. He had the jawbone and his titles are so clickbaity, and it's appealing to the lowest common denominator. Saroth the Mage, and I must say that I am not Saroth the Mage. That was always a joke. I am not an expert in any field of the occult. I'm just a dabbler. I'm a dilettante. So just call me Steve Ray from now on. The only reason I didn't come out as Steve Ray is because I work in a very conservative kind of industry where they don't appreciate like you being a weird Satanist kind of freak. So, you know, my name is not Sarah, it is Stephen. Stephen Ray. Right, so where was I? Is this making any sense, guys? Because I can't see live chat. So, in fact, that consciousness may survive death, or simply that energy matter does not die, but transforms. You see, there's this saying, which I'm not even sure is true. The energy doesn't die, it just transforms into something else. So we are energy, where we, you know, I've seen my granny die right in front of me. And she was, 1 minute she was an animated woman, the next minute she was just, you could tell when the energy had left her. So I do believe there is some truth in that. We can modulate our frequencies. Yes, we can. Through going to heaven or hell. Yeah, we absolutely can, but it's in the now. It's not in the afterlife. You know, I've been in hell many times. I've been in hell when I was a heroin addict and I couldn't score. That is hell. I've been in heaven when, you know, I'm cuddling with my baby and everything's right in the world and there's some good music. You know, there's minutes when everything just suddenly clicks into place. Maybe you've had some MDMA, maybe not. Maybe you've had a couple of gin and tonics, maybe not. I'm not saying that alcohol and drugs are the answer to everything, but they are the answer to everything. That's a lie. So nobody, yeah. So I was basically looking through the, you know, because I do pray the rosary. I love the rosary. But there is a bit in it called the Apostles' Creed, where it says, I believe in the Catholic Church, I believe in this, I believe in that. And I don't believe in that, and I don't believe in this. You know, it says that Jesus bodily ascended. No! How can anyone, you can't bodily ascend. That's just not feasible. But I do believe a lot of the supernatural and the paranormal experiences that a lot of my brother magicians have had are absolutely valid. But we've got the spirit model, which says that basically all these things are outside of yourself, and us humans are kind of communicating with these things which are outside of us. And the psychological model, which is saying that these spirits are all part of our own brains. And I am very tempted towards the psychological model, I really am, because I have seen no physical evidence for spirits. But when I do certain magical acts, you know, there is no doubt that the Golden Dawn curriculum helped me to get away from my drug addiction and to break free from a lot of mental programming. But the Golden Dawn and Dilemma have very little to do with grimoire magic, which is a whole different scene. I mean, here you go. Here is the prime text for Solomonic magic. The Veritable Key of Solomon by Skinner and Rankin. And it's just a beautiful book, but I can't see how any modern person could stick to a regime like that. You've got to fast. There's just no way. This is designed for either unemployed lunatics or people who have no need to work at all. There's no way you can keep up this, you know, fast for 3 days. It's just impossible. And that's not even going into the cat's brains and the bat's balls and all that. And that's why I stayed away from it as a young mage. Because I thought, this is just bullshit. This is superstitious bullshit. How can putting on a white cassock and saying some prayers a certain planetary hour. But, you know, there are, I don't want to offend any of my grammaric mage friends, but how do you guys find time to do the rituals prescribed on that book? So I'm just not doing it anymore. I am treading my own path, and that's why I'm inviting people from all different traditions to come on. Sarah the Mage. I'm really excited, actually. Did I tell you? I had a guy from, yeah, I think I did. A theistic guy from the Order of Nine Ankles, which I've heard a lot of weird and spooky tales about. He's coming on. I've got Jacob Bacchus. He's coming on. I've got Michelle Ambry. She's coming on. And I've got a couple of special guests as rockers in the locker. Yeah, so the body dies, the soul may go to a higher state of being or a lower one when we die, and some, like me, are given life reviews. Have any of you guys had a life review? I really, honestly, it was one of the few truly mystical experiences in my life. I was lying in my bed, which is over there, which you can't see because it's over there. I was lying right there, and I was in a bad way. I was really coming off the Valium, benzodiazepines, which are a horrible drug to come off. And I smoked a joint, and oh my God, suddenly there was a demonic voice from right in that corner, and it started calling me out for all the morally reprehensible things I'd ever done. Like, oh, you treated that woman bad. Oh, you stole. Oh my God, it was horrific. And it was not coming from me. It's the only time in my life where I thought there was, well, no, sometimes on mushrooms, there is an exterior spirit force. But that was horrific. It was like a demon accusing me of every shortcoming, every failure, every time I'd hurt someone. That was what I did. It was like, do you know how much you hurt that person that time? Do you? Oh God, I wouldn't want anybody to go through that. But I think it's the Sobek, the Egyptian crocodile god. But I've rambled on enough here, and there's a good old live chat going, so I'm going to see what you guys are saying. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Nine, Eland. Hey, BB. Oh, I'm so glad you're all here. So, yeah, this is the start of season 2. It's going to be big. Yeah, Michelle Ambry, she's going to be on. In fact, I might take you on first, Ambry. Baz, yes. Quitting, yes. So, I'll just keep rattling on, will I? So, nobody can ascend physically. You know, this is the problem I had with the Apostles' Creed. When you're saying the Rosary, you have to say, I believe in the Catholic Church, I believe in the and I just had to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't believe that. But luckily, the group I am with they said, okay, Steve, you don't have to say that then. So that was fine. But the body does not, you know, the body cannot, you know, how can the body ascend to heaven? That's just silly. But the soul, you know, we're just dealing it as one soul, but, you know, many religious traditions split it into 5 parts, 7 parts, 9 parts. I mean, how many bits do I have? I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking you guys. That's what I'm saying. You people must tell me these things because I want to know. I don't have questions. No, I don't have answers, only questions. Yeah. So the body doesn't decide that the soul may go to a higher state of being, or a lower one, we each face Judgment Day. And I think that is kind of like that life review that I got. I think that is Judgment Day. When we die, and some like me are given life reviews. Yeah, I just said that. While in spiritual crisis, illness, it does tend to be when you're close to death, as I thought it was. The Catholic Church is not a true expression of the ideas of Jesus, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, I don't see what the fictional character of Jesus Christ has got to do with the Brandon, you might disagree there, man. I'm just very uncomfortable with the wealth and the gold and the, Jesus hung about with prostitutes, hookers, pimps. I'm sure he knew Sly and the Family Stone and Funkadelic and all those kind of dudes. If Jesus was black, wouldn't that be a conundrum? If Jesus was black, who would he be hanging out with? The ghetto. He'd be in the ghetto. Yeah. All right. One time. Life reviews, yeah. The Catholic Church is not a true expression of the ideas of Jesus, in my opinion. He was opposed to wealth. And virtue cannot be imposed. If people do evil, yeah, this is what I think burns people up. If people do evil, the tension between their conscience and their whatever beastly drives kind of tears them apart. That's how bad people get. If a person lives in accordance with his conscience, he will be happy. By some occult mechanism, we manifest karma. Somebody explain karma to me, please. Honesty and hard work for others, and I hate to say this new age thing, but service to others, that is really a thing. That is definitely a thing. To bring ourselves in alignment with natural law. Natural law. Natural law is just your common courtesy, isn't it? It's your manners, just treat everyone like, I don't have to explain natural law. Magic is a way of finding our best possible timeline. I believe that. Through prayer, ritual, meditation, we make contact with a positive evolutionary force which guides us. This is God, Christ, Buddha, the Holy Guardian Angel, etc. And I really think that is how it is. So, how's midnight chat going? Oh. Right, stay with me, guys. Oh, Robin, Brandon, Nine, BB, Oswald, Buzz. Are you all still here? Is it the expression of Peter? What you mean, Peter? Peter, the Jesus one. Fat Peter. Hey, baby. Yeah, the Catholic Church. Brandon, honestly, I have found so much strength in the Catholic Church, but I've found so much corruption and stuff that I can't really go along with as well. But the rosary has been it's my main mantra now, actually. Oh, doesn't my place look pretty? Doesn't my place look pretty? Listen intently. Well, we'll better provide some more content. Right, what will we talk about next? Who, somebody from chat nominate a topic. I need to get my music on. I think I'm going to go with Palestrina, guys. Don't worry, I'm still here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mama, can you hear me? Ooh, that sounds a bit sexy. Ooh. Ah, yes. Yes. Right. Right, let's plumb the depths of our own spirituality. What do you guys think about Catholicism? Catholicism. Is it okay for a magician to hate? No, Baz, no. I don't think hate comes in to the no. Hate what though? Is it okay for a magician to hate? No, it's not. A magician is basically a priest. Most of the pure mystical traditions and all paths provide hate evil, yeah, but the act of hating itself is evil. I'm feisty tonight, Robin. I have thought about joining a Masonic Lodge, but in the end I couldn't be bothered. I think it's the one holy apostolic church. Yeah, this is something that my dear friend Robert harps on about, is this apostolic thing, which means that so it means that you get passed from Jesus to somebody else, to somebody else, to somebody else, to somebody else. But was there, I hate to say it, guys, as much as I love the teachings of Jesus, was he actually a person? Or I honestly don't think he was. Crucify me now. The original Catholic Church? I just think I've got a big problem with the Catholic Church. Jesus was, well, if he ever existed, was with the poor and the prostitutes and the drug addicts so how the fuck do you justify all that gold, all that power? No, Brandon, he wasn't. And Moses wasn't a historical person, and either was King Solomon. Sorry to viewers who are not in the live chat, it's going to be very boring from now on, but switch off now. Switch off now, you motherfuckers. I don't even give a shit. You don't deserve to be here. Only my live chats exist for me. Yeah, so why is the Catholic Church so fucking rich and covered in gold, Brandon? Brandon Young, answer me that. Yeah, Jordan. I Jack Prophet. Tale of a man adopted for control. Because art inspires, yes. But do you believe there was a person called Jesus who lived in Nazareth? Oh, I think we're getting a little bit off track here. I don't want to insult anyone's religion or not. I mean, look. Rosary beads. You know, I pray the rosary every other night, but it doesn't mean I believe in the historical Jesus, because I just can't. You know, we're all trying to make life better for each other, aren't we? We're all trying to make life better for each other, aren't we? Oh, thank you, Sunshine and Sophia. I'd hope to. Right, I'm gonna have to go back to some content here because we're drifting. We're drifting, guys. We're drifting. What can I talk about? Oh yes, yes. I think I've gone long enough. How long have I gone? Brandon, did Jesus believe the prophets were real? That's a very good question, Baz. That's a very good question. Did Jesus believe the prophets were real? Because the prophets kind of, in the Christian sense, foretold Jesus, didn't they? Oh, it's very good. Oh, we should have. Hey, yeah, it's about right. You know, the chat's getting so interesting. I would invite us all on, but I don't even know how to do it. We could have a panel. Yeah, Baz is a fucking genius. This music's beautiful, by the way. Wow, it's gorgeous. Well, do it, Brandon. If you can get us all on the panel, let's do it. Okay, yeah, I'm open and receptive to that idea, my buddy. I want in. I want in. Right, I'll say, just just so there's no doubt here, I will do my prayer. O Lord of heaven and earth, maker and creator of all that is visible and invisible, I, though unworthy, do call upon you and invoke you through your only begotten Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Because with true longing, I desire to learn fully the skills of this life and those things which are necessary for us, who are immersed in immense darkness and fouled with unending human beliefs. Grant to me, therefore, one of your spirits who will teach me whatever you wish me to learn and understand, for your praise and honor and for the benefit of our neighbors. Grant to me, therefore, that's wrong. For your praise and honor and the benefit of our neighbors. And grant to me also a heart that is easily taught, so that I may retain in my mind what you have taught, and bring them forth and secure them in my mind, as from your inexhaustible treasures. should I end? Because like I was hoping to release this as an actual video, but right, guys. Right, guys, I'm gonna have to end this stream because, like, it's dead air, dead air. Well, thank you very much for watching.